area where I see a lot of myths coming out. Celebrity partnerships is not something new that Vote.org has been doing, but a partnership with someone in particular has come under a lot of controversy. So on Twitter, actually, I saw that you tweeted recently, our partnership with Taylor Swift is about helping all Americans make their voices heard at the ballot box. It is not a psyop or a Pentagon asset. So they're actually this week, I'm sure you saw a new poll that showed 1 in 5 Americans believe Taylor Swift is part of a covert effort to reelect Biden. So what is your reaction to these claims? Why did you even feel the need to send out that tweet?
I think of all the things that I thought I might see this election year, this one caught me the most by surprise. The idea that Taylor Swift's partnership is anything other than her posting and wanting people to access their voice. I mean, she's sent people to vote.org. Vote.org is a nonpartisan site. You can, find nonpartisan information at vote.org. This really isn't anything more than a celebrity and joyously using their platform to make sure that everybody participates in elections. That's a great thing. And she's very much a role model for other influencers who should also use their platform to make sure that they're reinforcing a healthy and thriving democracy. The idea that anyone could see anything else into that is something that's sort of wild, but I do think speaks to the disinformation that is out there. And one of the things that we're really going to have to all guard against is this election cycle is disinformation, and making sure that we're really thinking about the sources we're receiving this information through, and making sure that we, think critically about it. It is very scary to me that Fox News could put a report out like that, and that then a high number of Americans might truly believe it. And I, the idea that anyone anywhere can just make up a series of things and disseminate that information really quickly throughout the country is scary. And I want to, call everyone to staying in close touch with friends, family, neighbors, making sure you're really looking critically at information, looking at the sources of election information to make sure that they're valid. And then and know that we're going to continue our work of working with influencers, whether it's Taylor Swift or Rihanna or Kylie Jenner, all of which who have posted about vote.org in the past and told people to go vote. We're going to continue that work, and we're going to also make sure that people who are micro influencers in states, maybe students on college campuses and people who have a YouTube gaming show, where we want everyone to use their platform to remind people about election dates and deadlines this election cycle.
Mhm. Speaking of Taylor Swift, were you at the Super Bowl this past weekend?
I was not at the Super Bowl, but our team was on the ground at the
Mhm.
Super Bowl. They were on the ground passing out vote.org friendship bracelets since Taylor Swift was at the game, to remind everyone that to cheer for their favorite team, cheer for Taylor's boyfriend, and to also get out there and vote.
Yeah, so the reason I asked, of course, is because I saw those friendship bracelets and was very jealous and want one. But I'm just curious, when your team is on the ground and doing those sort of guerrilla marketing, still getting people to register to vote in person at events like this, what is the sentiment that, your folks are hearing from people on the ground?
There's a lot of excitement about the bracelets, a lot of excitement about the game and Taylor. I think that on the ground, there was a really positive response, and we're seeing a lot of momentum going in this election cycle. People are aware of what's going on and they want to participate. They're saying that they'll tell their friends to participate. I think that there's kind of a spirit of excitement that's happening. And this is very early in the election cycle to see this level of enthusiasm. The team has some big events coming up too. We're in Indianapolis for NBA All-Stars, so we're excited to do more work there. But it's very important in these big moments that have a lot of cultural relevance throughout the country to make sure that people are having fun, having a good time, entertained, and then also reminded that we have huge elections coming up, not just the presidential, but really big elections in the House and the Senate, and in local races all across the nation. And that, there's only 260 days or so left until the election. So time to get excited, get going, plan your vote early, think about how you want to vote, make sure that you check vote.org and check the laws in your state and see how things have changed or not changed, and make sure that you can get out there and have your voice heard. But we're getting a great reception.